What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. And today I want to just share off the cuff what my biggest struggle has been so far this year and what I'm doing to push through and overcome it going into the rest of the year here. So let's go on a ride. I'm about to hit the gym. My regular spot that I go to almost every day is closed today because they're getting new equipment. So I'm gonna get to check out another location on the other side of town that I've always been curious about, just never go to since it's further. So we got a nice ride over. Let's hit the road in the Cayenne Turbo S. I'm gonna share what's on my mind with y'all. So here we go. So the biggest thing I've struggled with so far this year, more than halfway through the year, is inconsistency. And what I mean by that is I'm someone who, I've always got a plan. I've always got a detailed plan and vision for what I need to do. And I always am moving forward and taking steps and executing on it, but it just gets done a lot slower than I ever anticipated in my head. And I think I've pinpointed what the real issue is. The real issue is that I'm just too much of a perfectionist. Always got a list, like my ideas of things I can do and implement to build my business is expanding at a rate that's outpacing my actual implementation of it. And the reason is I found at the end of the day that I'll go into a day with like 5 or 6 things that I know I need to get done to move the needle. And I'm lucky some days if I get one of them done or meaningful progress. Sometimes it's more, 2, 3, but I figured out the reason is it's because I'm so much a perfectionist that I'm trying to just get something done and execute it to perfection rather than getting it mostly done and moving the needle forward. And I've heard some different things lately. The list never actually gets done. Like you're having to prioritize things and pick where you're applying your energy, and it never ends. It never gets to a point where you're finished. There's always something new and not everything always gets done. But I guess what occurred to me and what I'm going to be doing this year to really change things up and at least see more meaningful progress and growth is to just take the basic steps, put it into play, get to a mode where I'm less focused on perfection. And I don't want to miscommunicate what I mean by that. It's not like I care about the details, and I think that's my biggest curse in terms of what I'm saying, but it's also a quality that I think will serve me well in different ways in the future. But the key is I can't let it inhibit me from getting things done. So that's been my biggest struggle, just inconsistency. For example, I'm usually ahead on my emails. I haven't got my emails done this week yet, but I shifted that and got some other things knocked out. I just recorded 5 YouTube videos. And I figured, hey, why not? On my long drive to the gym today, why not get a 6th one done? So I'm recording this vlog today. These will be staggered over the course of the next few weeks. And the biggest thing that's moved the needle for me this year, funny enough, is you guys. The YouTube content, what I've shared has added enough value to a few of y'all that we're making some things happen. We're collaborating, we're partnering. I need to do more of that because for as little time, energy, and effort as I've put in, it's actually made a meaningful difference for quite a few of y'all. So I can only imagine what it would look like if I did commit some more time, energy, and effort to it. So I really did put some effort into the videos I recorded here today. Depending on, whenever you see this, actually, I hope that you get value out of the content you see coming down the road, down the pipeline, because I've honestly put more into it than I have in, I feel like, any videos I've done recently. So I'm hoping that reflects in the value you actually get out of it. And I'm constantly striving to get better in the process too. It's a never-ending journey. But kind of the last point I want to speak to in this video, unless anything else comes to mind as I'm speaking with y'all here, is it's harder to start momentum than to keep it going. And I think that's kind of my guiding light with this exact topic, is what I mean when I say that. Because with anything, when you start at zero with anything, it's like a monumental battle and process to just get the wheels turning. It's like trying to get a freight train moving. That's my analogy for real estate. If you're still in a process right now where you're getting your real estate business off the ground, It's literally trying to get a freight train's wheels turning. And most people just run out of fuel before they ever really go anywhere. That's a fact. And when I say fuel, that's money. Most people get into this industry, they don't realize first off how much it costs to get started, because it's far more than just getting licensed and going through the process. That's the easy part in terms of cost. What's harder is when you got to pay your bill for your NAR dues, and then MLS dues, and then broker dues, which my specific scenario is fairly it's reasonable, but it's not like that for every single person at every single firm. But point is, like, most people, like, they can only go so long on a new venture that they're committing themselves to, where they don't have any income coming in. But once you do, like, take that and contrast that, like, there's some of y'all out there, you're 6 months in the game and you haven't even gotten paid yet. I've seen people throw in the towel. I literally just saw, I think someone threw in the towel today that didn't get any momentum in 6 months. But reality is, I didn't see them give any effort to it. I didn't see them put any time into it. I might be wrong. Maybe they did, but I didn't see it. I didn't see them show up on the masterminds. I didn't see them ask questions. I didn't see them ask me questions along the way. So as far as I know, they just got the membership to the gym, but never showed up to put in the reps. And unfortunately, that happens a lot too. But I'm saying, though, even because the assumption is that you do put in the reps. The assumption is you do put in the work. Because if you don't, I honestly don't even know what you're doing. Like, you have no business even starting down this path if you think you're just going to get licensed and not put in the work after that. Because the work doesn't start until after you get a license in hand. Like, what you needed to get licensed, taking a course, passing an exam, even if you failed it a few times, that's nothing. That's just that's not what it takes to be in the business. Like, to be in the business, it's not about how well you can take a test. It's about how well you can connect with people, build relationships, add value, and set forth the next step. And really, before any of that, like, how you can move with confidence. Because if you can't show up with confidence, if you don't believe in yourself, like, I don't know how you expect that anyone's going to believe in you, that you're their best option, if you don't even believe in yourself. So it really all starts with you. And for most people, reality is they don't have confidence day one. But if you don't have confidence day one, what that means is you've got to work on you. You've got to, the most important thing you're going to work on is your mindset. It's your mentality. It's what you're feeding yourself. It's your personal development and growth. And so even if you lack confidence, that's what you got to focus on, is you. But then simultaneously, you got to put yourself out there. You got to make connections. You got to build relationships and connect with people, all while building confidence. And it's likely that if you do that, it's going to actually fuel your confidence and lead to more opportunities, because you're going to get better at connecting with people. You're going to get better at your craft, at speaking about real estate, at knowing your facts. If you know your market, if you know what's happening, if you know what's driving supply, demand, what inventory is like, what down payment programs are available, what are all the options available to someone who wants to get into a home today. Those are things that, and the more you speak on it, the more you post about it, the more you create and curate content on that, guess what that actually does? It builds on your expertise and what you know. And in the process, you actually do become that local expert, because you're spending time getting to know your crafts, getting to know the facts, getting to know the options that people have, and how you can articulate and walk people through it. So the funny thing about me making this content is I literally get better in the process. As much as it's intended to provide value to those of you watching and listening, if you follow along the journey, if you've been watching the videos, a byproduct is I become a better teacher in the process. I can more clearly articulate and explain and even understand myself and comprehend what it is I'm actually speaking on and how I can help people navigate it. It's not just knowledge. It's not about what you know. It's about comprehending. I want you to think and consider, what is the difference between knowing and comprehending? A mentor shared that with me recently, but it occurred to me that they're not the same thing. You can know something, but comprehending it that's actually understanding it on a different level. Hope that gets you thinking. And I hope, like, if there's something you take away from this, honestly, this vlog is kind of me holding myself accountable to you guys for as far along as the year is. And it's been a good year so far, but honestly, I could have a different level of momentum built up if I can crack the code of this obstacle, this challenge, my struggle with inconsistency. I know what I need to do, but I need to get to a point where I'm moving quicker and getting more done in the process. That's been my biggest struggle. And I know, and here's the light at the end of the tunnel for me, tying it all together. I know that once I have that kind of momentum built up, that it's easier to keep it going than it was to start it. So for me, that's really what this next month is all about. And the remaining months of the year is to start that momentum that I know I need to get to where I ultimately want to go and get all aspects of it in place, and not just one thing really well, but to really get the whole flywheel turning with what I know I need to do to take this whole thing to the next level as far as what I'm working on. And if you want more insights as to like what exactly that is, what it looks like, best thing you can do is follow me along the journey right here on this channel. And I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you watching, subscribing, liking. I appreciate you reaching out if we've connected, and more so than anything, I appreciate those of you who I've been able to connect with and partner with along the way here. So I'm looking forward to building some great things with those of you who are really committed to it. One thing to have access to community, the people, the resources that I facilitate and bring to the table, but it's another thing to apply yourself to it, to show up, to put your best foot forward every day, and to actually make things happen with it. So let's get on that train together. Let's put our best foot forward day in and day out. Let's apply ourselves to it, and let's make some big things happen, y'all. Alrighty, y'all, I'm about to arrive at the gym, put in the work, and I hope that you do the same with your business and life this week. Develop your mind, take care of your body, become stronger, fitter, smarter, become one step closer to the best version of yourself and everything you were meant to be. And if there's anything I can do to help you on that journey, you know where to reach me. So until next time, I'll see y'all on the next vlog. Peace.